And one of the most famous quotes that he made is this, that history repeats itself, first as tragedy, second as farce. Now, I go to my issue. Yesterday, Madam CJ, when I was listening to my learned colleague, Mr. George Oraro, Senior Counsel, I could not fail seeing the echoes of 2007 in what is happening today. Madam CJ, in 2007, the secretary to the commission, just like this year, was at the heart of what happened. The secretary was called Suleiman Chege. The secretary today is called Hussein Marjani. Same problem of numbers. The Kenya law reports would bear, and Mr. Isa Mansour is also here, that I represented Samuel Kivuitu and others when they were removed from office. Now, it turns out that, and listening to my learned colleagues, that just like in 2007, the person who knew why the results are like that was Suleiman Chege. Listening to the presentation yesterday, it also appears that the only person who really can tell us about these numbers is Hussein Marjani. Second similarity is that both Raila Odinga and William Ruto were at the heart of what happened in the year 2007. But that is not the more important point. The more important point is the differences. The differences were these. In 2007, and on under the constitution that was existing that time, the election was announced on the 30th of December, 2007. And the president sworn on that day assumed office. But the difference this year is this. After 15th courtesy of the new constitutions, on the 15th of August when the declaration was made, the person designated as the winner by Chebukati became president-elect. That's an important distinction. The second most important distinction is this, that the former constitution of Kenya did not have an equivalent of 138 of the constitution. There is that distinction today, which is what I was calling stage 3 of a presidential election. It was never there. The next issue was that in 2007, the presidential elections were held by the High Court under its original jurisdiction and special jurisdictions of elections. This one comes to the Supreme Court, and the basis upon which that is done is on the basis of Article 140 of the Constitution. There is no sitting president who will be appearing before you. There is only a president-elect. Now, my first petitioner, Julia Chege, asked me, because there was a subjective question that was posed in her view by Judge Smokin Wanjala, that how come there was no protestations by these people when they were being given domestic chores? According to Julia Chege, who had to resign from her university job as a lecturer, there is something that needs to be understood, that for 99% of the human population, you want to follow the natural order of things. You don't disturb things. You let them things as they are. So that to Julia Chege, it is important that the court must understand that from your point of view, a lot of you, and she knows that history, have had a previous opportunity to stand up for something, an opportunity to say no. Not everybody has had that opportunity. And therefore, the 4 commissioners for ultimately, on the 15th, having the courage to have something to stand for. They are heroines and heroes of this country. We come now talking about heroes to what my professor of criminal law and procedure, Dr. Gethu Muigai, said. Dr. Muigai, looking straight to the face of this court, said 2 things. A, the problems in our elections is not IEBC, but the candidates. History does not support that conclusion. Second thing he said, B, Wafala Chebukati is a national hero. I don't have to say anything on that. Now, Madam CJ, there is the issue of the word independent.